Hello, man. What's your name?
I got a dozen. You like Little Morphy?
Little Morphy's dead.
I know. I was with him in the busted caper that croaked him. He got caught up on his bib. He gave me his name before he died.
Well, if that's so, you must be a right guy. Shake. Come here, Homer.
Tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum.
Ow, that was 2 beer cans being pushed together softly.
What's the matter, kid? Now you soft? Come on. This calls for one on the house. Out of my way, Papadopoulos. Big Four is mixing these herself. The boys from Kansas City. Meet my bartender, Papadopoulos.
Papa who?
It's Papadopoulos. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Was there anyone out here in particular you wanted to meet?
How about that gold-plated Playmobil over there?
Her? That's Red O'Leary's property. Miss Ann Newhall. She came in here slumming. I think they call it. Her and Red looked at each other and dearie, that was a look. Love, I think they call it. How about you check out Lisa instead?
Yes, to interrogate her might encourage trouble.
You shut up.
Thump.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was just supposed to be a sock there.
No, I think that's supposed to be a punch.
Because it says sock.
Stop, please. I didn't mean anything. No. Flora! No, don't hit me again!
Stop shaking. Papadopoulos, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at anyone tonight.
Oh, that's good, Flora. It's nice to see you so happy.
Flora, I got to see you in private.
Sure, take over, honey. I gotta talk to this boy. Come on in the back, Blue Point.
Yes, Flora, I will.
Why did you knock her around like that? She barely can walk. She just learned like last week. Ain't you got a union?
What can I do?
Who's the gun she took in the back room? And why isn't there a baby gate up?
It's just some gangster. Pretty sure his name is Vance. Blue Point Vance.
Well, that's a cute nickname. I wonder how their parents came up with that. Anyway, quite a few guns here this evening. There's Patty the Mex. Hadn't seen him since the days of the old beer mob. Fat Boy Clark. Cokie Harmon. That frizzy blonde dame is Angel Grace Cardigan, isn't it?
Believe me, everyone here's a criminal. I always know who's a criminal. I've been watching. They've been drifting in here ever since that night that Red O'Leary came to San Francisco.
Must be a new daycare center. Red O'Leary, the big gun?
Please. He's nothing. I know nothing of such matters.
Any idea what's the caper?
I'm working on it, but I have no idea.
Flora know?
Flora doesn't know anything. She likes anybody that, gives her money and brings it into the place.
Smart baby, that Flora.
Yes. I must wait on a customer. Excuse me.
I looked up. Big Flora was measuring her height against the wall, and then she came out of the back room with Blue Point Vance. They laughed about something, and he waddled away. Then Flora went over and whispered to Ann Newhall, looking a little frightened. Ann got up, followed her into the back room, wobbly legs. Red gave her a reassuring smile as she disappeared through curtains. She almost fell over. I went over to Red's table.
What do you want, Seamus?
Aren't you the cutest little thing? Do you mind if I sit down?
Yeah, I mind, but it looks like you don't.
Sounds like somebody didn't put you in a car seat. Red, why don't you leave the girl be? This isn't her crowd.
Look, Spade, I don't mind your telling us that's the way you make your living. But let's keep it formal, shall we?
You do know we're not underwater, right? Okay, Mr. O'Leary Letts. Who's the boss baby of this mob?
Mob? What mob?
Don't lie. Lying is bad. There's not a face in this room that doesn't have a picture of it, front view and profile, with a number under it. Brought to you by the number 1 and the letter A.
Why are you telling me?
Because my job, and daddies have jobs, they have to go to work so that babies can eat, and my job is to look after Ann Newhall.
Go ahead. If you think she needs it.
Red, you're making a 19-page script take 26 pages. But she needs it. She's drinking too much of the formula, and it's beginning to show.
You're not a snob, are you, Sammy?
You know it's not nice to call people's names. You'll learn that when you're older. But why should a kid that's got everything thrown away for what you've got, which is nothing, a baby rattle and a pacifier?
You sound like you wish she'd throw it away in your direction.
I do indeed, Red. I do indeed, except I'd be on a list.
Now, look, Sam, I've been walking the straight and ever since I left Chicago.
Do you think I'm a whale? Is that why you're talking to me like that? But is that what she told? Is that what you told her?
That's what I told her. And that's what I'm telling you.
It couldn't be that you're rushing Ann Newhall because she knows her way around the Golden Gate Bank because she was pushed there in a buggy once, is it?
I don't rush anything. Use your head, Sammy. You couldn't blow the Golden Gate with A-bombs.
You know, Red, you might have a future working in the DMV. Ann might know what day the time locks are sprung. She's a smart babe. Or she might find out from her daddy.
Use your head, Sammy. Montgomery Street is crawling with cops, bank guards, who can lay their hands on more heavy artillery in 30 seconds than this mob ever saw in their lives.
You've been watching too much Electric Company. Guys have been crazy enough to try it.
Not this guy.
Good. Good boy. Good. You did good. Now what about Ann Newhall?
Oh my God, why are you saying my name? What do you mean, what about Ann Newhall? Huh, Mr. Spade?
Oh, well, hello, little Miss Ann Newhall.
Sammy doesn't believe I've gone straight. And
Oh my God, I don't even understand why you would waste your time talking to a sneaky gumshoe like him. Oh my goodness, Red. Anyways.
I felt like talking to him. You got any objections?
Well, absolutely not, Red darling. I just thought maybe you thought you had to be nice to him because he's working for father.
He thinks he's working for you.
Well, absolutely not. He is not. Mr. Spade, I am so sick and tired of being followed around. Red is very well qualified to protect me. And if you don't leave us alone, I'm going to ask him to protect me from you. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, somebody needs a nap. Okay, sweetie. I'll call your old man in the morning and tell him I'm through. You change your own diapers. I'm going to tell him why I'm through.
Yeah, you tell him why. It's because Red threatened you, I suppose.
No, baby cakes, that's not why. The why is because you aren't worth changing. I went home and tried to forget Ann Newhall. I did, pretty nearly, but I couldn't shake the hunch I had about the mob in Big Flora's place. All those babies in one spot. I kept thinking about them, about your bank, Mr. Newhall. Your bank and the bank that faced it across the street on Montgomery contained a good part of the cash money in the city of San Francisco. For a daycare of cheap gunsels to knock over every one of those banks would be like splitting Gibraltar with a BB gun. Not that they should be carrying BB guns. But supposing the cops are really masterminded, 100 really tough babes might crack both of them at once. I counted 30 in Big Flora's alone, and they were still coming in with full diapers. It was a cute hunch. Really cute. They were so cute with their chubby cheeks, but wild. I decided to sleep on it. Next morning, I was reaching for the phone to call you.
Bring, 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 bring.
When it rang.
Bring, 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 bring. Click.
Yes, I just picked this phone.
Ooh, Mr. Spade, this is Taylor Newhall.
Oh, you must be sucking on the helium. Yes, Mr. Newhall. I was just going to call you about your daughter.
Yes, Mr. Spade, about my daughter. There's no point in your continuing on that job. I've decided that Mr. O'Leary is all right. Ooh.
You feeling all right this morning, Mr. Newhall? Sounds like you need a nap.
Yes, Mr. Spade. I've met O'Leary and...
Just a minute. Is that a rhinoceros in the background? Newhall.
Thump, 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 thump. Shoot.
Mr. Newhall, it sounds like a very light war is going on. Where are you calling from? The bank?
No, I'm at home. I decided not to go into the bank today.
You're a lucky man, Mr. Newhall.
Oh, what do you mean by by that.